We're live and in living color. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rest of the Pit podcast. Or if you're joining me on my channel, Little Bit Man Gaming, or if you're joining us on Chris's channel, Chris Resident Views. So, Chris and Shane should be here shortly. For right now, you got me, beautiful moi. You got me, and we're gonna get straight into it. Um, so as you know, this is the first Monday Night Raw in about over a decade. That would be only 2 hours long. And what's up? What's up? What's up? Anyway, yeah, this was going to be the first Raw in over a decade that's 2 hours long, which means for those of you when it comes on, it'll be only from 8 to 10. And this was a very interesting one. This is the fall off from Bad Blood. We in St. Louis. And yeah, with that, they did do like a recap as they always do about what happened at Bad Blood. It's all these reports that have been coming up, how why the whole Liv Morgan match was awkward, so all that type of stuff. So there's a lot of things that happen, but we start off this Monday Night Raw with CM Second City Saint Punk. And CM Punk comes out not his usual self. And I'm by usual self, I mean he comes out, but he's limping. And they are selling this Hell in a Cell. I think they even said too that it like later on in the show there's going to be like a music video tomorrow for Hell in a Cell. Like I don't know what that's all about, but okay, I guess they made a music video for it. So we're gonna see the music video for Hell in a Cell tomorrow. Yeah, so CM Punk comes out and he basically talks about how it feels good to not be dead, that he won money back. He won Hell in a Cell. But you could tell he might have won Hell in a Cell. But did he truly win Hell in a Cell? I don't know. I don't think he truly won. But he for sure won. But he talks about the fact that he, like he said, he really didn't have another Hell in a Cell in him because it's sawn through the pain. The match was so grueling, in fact, that he's going to take time off not only just to heal, but to also evaluate his future. AKA, he don't want to be involved with Crown Jewel Saudi Arabia, so he won't be participating in anything Monday Night Raw or anything like that going forward until after Saudi Arabia. And by Saudi Arabia, I mean Crown Jewel. And but he did say that he did talk about how he wanted to thank 3 people who had a lot more in common than they would like to admit. And he said one was his peers. He thanked his peers. He thanked the fans, and he thanked the haters. And he told the haters why. He said, "I don't understand, but why that I don't understand. Why would you doubt me? But keep doubting me because I just use that as fuel. He used that to turn into money, and he always loved proving them wrong. But that he's going to leave, like you said, he'll and basically talk about reevaluating his future. And he said, like I said before, he did say like I don't have none Hell in a Cell matches in me after this. But then Seth Rollins would come out. Seth Rollins would come out and he basically would stare into CM Punk's face. You can see CM Punk was visually agitated because he who what? And so far I already talked about I'm talking about CM Punk. Yeah, CM Punk. So Seth Rollins stares down CM Punk, and then he just laughs and he just like give him that little shoulder pass by, little shoulder push passing him by. Then he would get in the ring and basically talk about his future, starting off with the fact that he says that he wants CM Punk to get healthy soon and fast, so that he can, so he can have the chance to kick his ass and put him retire him for good. And then he would move on to talk about Bronson Reed and basically say that Bronson Reed would be is his main focus, and that he's going to attack Bronson, he's going to beat Bronson, and that he says Bronson wanted to be famous. I'm going to let it. Well, congratulations, you are. I think he said what 7, 6, 7 tsunamis later. I now know your name, and Lady Girl 99, welcome to the chat. Yeah. So basically, he says basically Seth Rollins said that he knows Bronson Reed's name, and now he's going to basically destroy him, and that he can name the place, any place, anytime, anywhere, and that he's going to take him down. But then he will get interrupted by Jey Uso. And that's just how we get into the first match of the night. But he did get into the ring. Jay got to the ring, and they stared each other down, and then Seth Rollins just left. And then that's when we would get to the first match of the night, which is Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods for the IC or the Intercontinental Championship. And this was an okay match. It was more so about the story than anything else, because the match didn't really go on long. It just was like a good 8 to 10 minute match. This was a good 8 to 10 minute match. They didn't really go on for too long, but for the time they had, it was okay. I did not like it. I liked it more because of the story of the continuation of the downfall of Xavier Woods. While some people I've been hearing say, well, it kind of hints toward maybe Kofi Kingston. And I'm like, what? You know what? I can see that. Because Kofi Kingston is starting to get frustrated with Xavier Woods' behavior. But nonetheless, this was a good match. This really was. They had some nice moves here. I like the super kick into the splash that Jey Uso did to win the match. And yes, Jey Uso won and still is your Intercontinental Champion. But the story here is that after the match, he tries to shake Xavier's hand. He shakes Kofi Kingston's hand, but he wants to shake Xavier's hand. And Xavier, he's contemplating whether he's going to do it or not. But then he just walks away. And he tells Kofi to come on, because there's no need to be explained or whatever. And then Braun Breaker would come out and spear and attack Jey Uso, to which Kofi was trying to convince Xavier that we need to go help Jey. And he was like, no, this don't have nothing to do with us. Don't do that. But he would run off. Kofi Kingston would run off and help Jey. He would put up a little bit of a fight, but he would get speared by Braun Breaker, to which Xavier was trying to check up on Kofi. And Braun Breaker would spear Xavier Woods too. And then he would hit another spear on Jey Uso to basically end that, to stand tall, holding up the title and stuff like that. I think on the WWE's YouTube page, we did get a continuation of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, to basically where Kofi just asked Xavier why did he want to shake Jey Uso's hand, to which he just said, "Oh, well, I'm tired of it being on me. Like, first I lose the match for the Intercontinental Championship. I lose the match. Then I gotta shake his hand, thankful for the match. On top of that, I gotta make sure he don't get his butt kicked too." So he said, like, why is it always on me? So with that, he just basically, and then they get into an argument about like not wanting to help Jay, and that if the shoe was on the foot, Jay would help them. Um, but he said, yeah, they're a grown man. As his retort was, where they're a grown man, they can sell it like grown men. But I also remember you saying that I was the QB. I called the play and you running. And so far, you don't see like you have. And he said, well, what are you trying to say here? He said, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know what we're doing here. And that ends that. We also get a Rhea Ripley promo, basically showing how she's frustrated and angry that Liv found a way to worm her way out of the match and bring Raquel Rodriguez into it, and that she pretty much warned Liv that she's not done with her and she wants back her Intercontinental, I said Intercontinental, Women's World Championship. Moving on, we did get Braun Breaker being interviewed backstage about why he did what he did, but he gives no reply and just walk off. We would get a backstage promo with The Miz, and The Miz is being talked to by Karrion Kross, but The Miz let Karrion Kross know that him doing what he did last week was not him turning, or not him. Well, it was him turning, but was not him turning on R-Truth and joining the Final Testament. He just did that for himself, and thus he was gonna and that he just was frustrated with R-Truth. We are joined by Chris here. Chris finally joined us.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on, Chris? So,
Where we stopped at?
I already talked about the CM Punk promo that kicked off Raw, and I just got done talking about Jey Uso, the Jey Uso match, the Rhea Ripley promo, and I'm currently in the Braun Breaker backstage promo, and I'm currently explaining what happened with The Miz and Karrion Kross.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
That's basically all I got. Unless you want to go back and give your opinions on the next two.
No.
All right. So we're going to keep it moving here. Like I was saying, Miz was telling Karrion Kross that he didn't do this to join the Final Testament. He did it for himself because of his frustrations with R-Truth. And then R-Truth would come in and was like, Miz, I know you was confused. I'm not part of the Judgment Day no more. He said, true, I didn't do that because you was part of the Judgment Day. I know you're not part of the Judgment Day. He said, I did that to end Austin Truth. Austin Truth is no more. And he was like, what? You did that on purpose. Why? Our kids play together. And he said, you know what? I know what to cheer you up. I'll get you a match. And he said, that's the problem. That's it right there. That's the problem. I'm done with these random matches. I'm done having these matches and stuff like that. But he said, you know what? You want to have a match? Fine. Me and you one-on-one next week. Also, Karrion Kross was like basically talking into the Miz's ear too. I like that little bit that when it seemed like R-Truth was kind of getting to the Miz. It was like maybe Miz was second thinking what he was doing. Karrion Kross was like, no, Miz, just don't let R-Truth hold you down because you always be remembered for this. And I'm like, oh, Karrion Kross, I got my eyes on you because I know what you did to Chris.
Oh man.
But no, then we get to the second match of the night, which is Sheamus versus Pete Dunne in a good old fashioned
Donnybrook
match.
Mm-hmm.
In layman's terms, that just means it's a hardcore match or Extreme Rules match. But it's like a theme. I guess you could say it's like a theme Extreme Rules match. It's in a form of a pub that would be from Sammy's home country.
Yeah.
This was a good match. This was good. It was hard hitting. Sheamus got busted open, not in the head, but I think it was like his elbow, arm area.
Mm-hmm.
Did get busted up, and he was leaking bad too. He was like, if you notice, he was leaving like patches of blood everywhere on the mat because he was like leaking real bad. But no, this was a hard hitting match. I enjoyed it. I really did.
For sure.
This was one of the better matches of the night of the 2 hour Monday Night Raw. I also like to point out they did have more than usual. WWE's YouTube channel did have a lot more backstage segments than they usually would post on their YouTube channel. Giving them
Yeah,
time to get
I kept seeing them all today around like 2 o'clock, and they just kept coming. I was like, "What in the world?"
I guess just due to the fact that they lost the hour, so yeah, they like, oh man, we got upload the YouTube channel with more because it was like a whole that Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods was on their YouTube channel. The Miz had one. It was a couple more people who had one. Jay had one.
Gotcha.
On there. So I will point that out there. That's why it wasn't a lot of promos on the show because majority of the promos that we would have seen kind of was shifted to the YouTube channel. But yeah,
Gotcha.
this was a
Okay.
good match. Pete Dunne and Sheamus took it to each other. The table spot is where I think Sheamus got busted open when they put themselves through the table. Well, I keep saying busted open, but it wasn't on the head. It was just on his elbow arm area got busted open from when they went through the table. Um, and Pete Dunne even zip tied Sheamus. And I'm like, whoa! He zip tied him. He hit him with the
That were there was wild.
that was wild. And he even tried to hit him with the bro kid, get the pin. But Sheamus would eventually get the upper hand, hitting him with the knee, bro kick combo. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus is your winner. Um, yeah, you know what? I'll say that for after we get your thoughts on that one. But yeah, Sheamus is your winner in a hard fought Donnie Brooke match. Pretty good. Oh yeah, Sheamus was the other person who had one. I think in the video he just basically said that Pete Dunne graduated from the Banger School Academy after that. I guess giving him his props for the match. But yeah, Chris, what did you think about this match?
It was a pretty cool match. Only thing I would have to say, it was like possibly 3, maybe 4. No, I think it was more like 3 commercials that. Well, oh yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah,
It was like 3 commercials that kept going back to back. I thought limit on the like commercials like at least 2, but it just kept cutting into the match and everything. And but it was overall a good match. But then again, you can kind of feel like it was rushed at the same time though. And we're joined by Punch as well.
Punch. Hey.
What did you? We can go ahead and get his thoughts on the Donnie Brooke match.
Yeah, that's what we just got done talking about. We just got done talking about the
Sheamus and Pete Dunne.
The Sheamus and Pete Dunne Donnie Brooke match. What did you think about it?
Hey, no, I think the match was fire. I think it was a good little raw fight. I just didn't want Sheamus to win. I just think that we don't know what we don't know what we want to do with Pete Dunne, and I'm not liking it because I mean Pete Dunne can go, so I'm not liking it.
And he sold it here in this match too that he could go.
Yeah. I mean, he showed it every time he's in the ring with Sheamus or whatever. I just don't like Pete Dunne losing unless it's something that we're going to get out of it, like going into next year. But so far, I'm just not liking Pete Dunne's booking. But I mean, if it's going to change, then But the match itself was definitely. It was fire to me. I ain't got no problem with it.
I just noticed like any star that goes down to NXT and stuff like that, and then they come back to the main roster, they get a lot of TV time. Kind of how like Mia Yim when she was on NXT for a little minute, and she ended up like being on SmackDown continuously. And then same thing with Pete Dunne when he went to NXT and started being on SmackDown continuously.
Yeah, because they go back and get into these cool programs Shawn Michaels get them over, and then he send them back to Triple H. And Triple H like, well, dang, now I gotta get the momentum going. Because
Yeah,
you know,
true.
I gotta try to figure out how to keep that momentum going and integrate that into the stories I'm telling on the main roster. So it kind of like, how do I integrate Pete Dunne having this great story in NXT into the main roster without diminishing his character? And then it's like, and I understand the whole concept. Everybody can't get a push at the same time because it got to be people who you push and people who got to lose to them until they get their pushes. So I understand that business side of the aspect. It's just like if you really can't push them to a certain degree, that's why I say them secondary titles for the women and or a show where the people who can't get pushed to the main story yet needs to shine on their own show for real until then.
Right.
That's why I'd be saying like a show like Velocity and Heat would work perfectly for people like Pete Dunne and the mid card women's and you know the tag
Nah,
team, the
they got
women's tag
speed.
team championship, huh?
They got speed.
Here's what I think about speed. Anyway,
Oh wait! Before we even go there, yo, I meant to get your reaction on Sexy Red opening the show.
So we got a backstage promo with Liv Morgan, and and she was getting interviewed by with what's her name, Raquel Rodriguez, or sorry, Raquel Gonzalez now. It seems like
Yeah,
Triple H is
yeah.
giving everybody back their original names.
Thank
You
you.
know, Pete
Thank
Dunne is Pete
God.
Dunne again. Raquel is no longer Raquel Rodriguez, but Raquel Gonzalez. You
I
know,
knew it. I knew it. I knew she was
Yup.
Raquel Gonzalez.
Yup.
no,
Yeah, Raquel.
it was an article that came out after Bad Blood, pretty much confirming that she was Raquel Gonzalez, and then this morning they released their Wrestle Talk and all the other people confirmed that Triple H was giving people back their old names again.
Yeah, because I think what
No,
she was on in it.
Huh?
she was a Triple H. She was a Triple H guy. Oh, she was a Triple H woman. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
The only thing I didn't like though is like, so she's a bodyguard now. We
and
take her from being
she
Raquel
driving around and
Gonzalez
she
on
driving with
NXT.
sunglasses. Like I
She was
felt
Raquel
that kind of.
Gonzalez, the NXT powerhouse, like Rhea, to a bona fide bodyguard. And I'm gonna get to what I mean. So when we get to Liv Morgan and them, uh they pull up and she get out. She was the one driving the car, and then she gets out, open the door like a bodyguard, a chauffeur, and let Liv and Dominic get out the back. I'm just like, I can see. Obviously I see where they're going with this. She's gonna get tired of it, turn on Liv, and then try to get the championship. Obviously, that's where we're gonna go with that story. She's gonna get tired of paying bodyguard to them.
I'm gonna
But
give
it
it to
was
like the
still
Rumble.
it's still like it's still gonna be a painful process to watch Raquel go from being a powerhouse at NXT to not so much stellar run and that's kind of because she was injured, but then now she's a bodyguard and then we gotta go through this
I
whole
mean,
stage of
then
her turning to Liv.
then Diesel did that to Michaels.
Yeah, true, yeah,
He was
yeah.
bodyguard for Shawn Michaels at one point.
But like, how many times have we seen this story? Then again, I think that's every story in WWE. Every story
Yeah.
in WWE is in some ways or form a repeat of a yesteryear story. So
But I don't think they should break them up. Like my opinion, I think Raquel plays better as a heel than the babyface,
she does.
and
She does.
And her NXT run showed it.
She does.
If
But the reason, the thing is, the reason why I would give her a break on her babyface run because it was marred by injury, and we never really got to see what it could be because she was out most of the time. Now,
nah,
granted,
Yeah.
because granted,
don't-
because I didn't mind it when she first came to the roster. It's when she started getting injured, and then or I can't really say injured. I guess her medical condition was flaring up.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of hurt her run because we never got to see what it could be. Because
Right.
I think if you guys remember, she was on the collision course with Rhea. She was on they was about to have her going up against Rhea. I honestly think
Listen,
she was going to probably win the championship from Rhea if it wasn't for her injury.
listen.
Medical.
Nah, nah. I still think she's a better heel than no. For what I seen and what I was presented, I mean, all right, maybe with Triple H, not mind, because Triple H booking can be sus too.
Yeah,
But
it can be, but we're not gonna say it always. So he got some gems in there. He
no, I'm
could
not
have made
saying
it.
that.
He
I just
could have
think
made it
Raquel
work.
Rodriguez, Raquel Gonzalez, excuse me. I just think she plays better as a heel. I don't
No,
I don't
I'm not.
really
And I'm not disagreeing with you. I was just saying that it's like hard to downplay her face character when she
babyface
was
one.
about babyface run
I don't.
when she was kind of like injured majority of the time.
Yeah, I
It's like,
mean,
can we really criticize it when we never really got to see it take off or could take off or get to a point where it was so stale we didn't really care about? We didn't get to none of these points because she was injured.
you know what? To be honest, I don't even think it would have worked anyway.
It probably wouldn't. You know what? I will
Yeah,
say that you probably 100% right. It probably wouldn't have worked no way.
because
I'm
even
just
when
saying
she
we
was
never
going
really
against,
got the chance to see if it would or wouldn't.
because even when she was going against Rhea, Rhea was more over than her, and Rhea was supposed to be the heel.
Yeah, but that's not really her fault. I mean, that everybody Rhea has gotten to that status now to where
Oh,
she's
this
one of
was.
those people. She's one of
I'm
those people that's
saying
gonna get booed. Huh? We're going.
this was when Rhea was full blown heel. Well,
Yeah, I'm saying even I know what you're saying. I'm just saying even then she was at that point where she's made it to that point where she's like The Rock and Stone Cold. They could be healed and still get cheered. That was the
yeah,
whole reason for the Cody Rhodes, thing. Oh, I forgot about that too. Cody Rhodes was there. I forgot to say that after the Pete Dunne match, Cody Rhodes was there, and he got interviewed saying that they tried to get him to talk about what happened at Bad Blood, but he said he's gonna talk. He's not gonna talk about that. Probably gonna get more information about that on SmackDown, but he was just here as a spectator to spectate on to see what it takes to be the first ever Crown Jewel champion. He was here to watch the match with Sammy and Gunther. He also would have a backstage that same moment. He would get talked to Sammy. Sammy said he will be the new heavyweight champion because he want to face him at Crown Jewel, and that he said if you want to talk about what happened Saturday, he said, you know what? No, I don't want to talk about it, but he said, yeah, I'm here to see that too. I'm here to see what it takes. I'm here to see. He said, you know what? I actually want to face you too. You say you're going to beat Gunther because you've done it before. You said you're going to do it again. I want to face you too. And then we got to, then that's when we get to the whole Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez segment. And then now jumping back to that, basically they was interviewed. Punches back. Basically, going back to Liv. No, I forgot that I mentioned the Cody Rhodes thing. They were just basically interviewed about what's next, and they said they was done with Rhea Ripley. Well, Liv says she's done with Rhea Ripley, and she's now focused on Nia Jackson becoming the first ever women's Crown Jewel champion. They tried to get some information from Raquel, but Raquel wouldn't say nothing. And
smart.
and then Liv mentioned how that she's so good to the point where she could even still be better even when she loses. She said, "Yeah, Rhea might have beat me by disqualification, but I'm the one who still got the championship. I'm the one who was smarter, and now I'm moving on to different things." And
That was a good. That was a good save from that whack booking.
Yeah.
you saw in the book and for that
Well,
Liv.
I mean, the referee with the referee. That was a good
Well,
save.
it was where they said it wasn't the referee. It was actually I'm guessing from what they were saying, it could have been it was Raquel for sure, but what led to it, they said was they probably was rushing and they rushed Raquel out there. So when she went out, she was like maybe we'll say 2 minutes too early, and the referee couldn't get in place in time for her to do her spot. And
Right.
the referee, what he did was they said he made the decision to go with the disqualification because he was, he was made aware of the fact that everybody saw it. Everybody saw him see it.
Yeah.
So he couldn't like insult us and be like, "Oh, I didn't see anything. Still do y'all's plan spot." He had to be like, "Dang it, I saw it. I don't want to insult the fans here. It's already awkward now. So go ahead and call it for the DQ." That's why Raquel, even though she didn't realize the referee saw it, she didn't realize it was already botched. That's why after she attacked Rhea, she did the spot anyway, knowing even though the referee rang the bell like 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So they said it was confirmed that it was Raquel who botched, but her botch could have been the result of them rushing her out too soon. Let's see. Then what we got up to? Dominic was in. That's just leave. I don't think we need to be here anyway. That's just leave. That leave, and they just got back out the car and left. Then we got Ava and Adam Pearce backstage, talking about St. Louis and everything like that. They would get into and how everything's gonna be big for today for NXT, and then they'll get interrupted by Ethan Page, who wanted to complain to Adam Pearce about the fact that one of his superstars, CM Punk, was the special guest referee in his match, and he felt like CM Punk cost him the match and caused him to lose his title, so that he wanted to, get Adam Pearce to course correct that and get him back on track. But he said, I really can't do anything about it because I didn't ask CM Punk to be there. Ava did. This was all Ava. This was Ava's call. And she said, I'm glad you came all this way to complain to me about your match, but she said she's off the clock. And then we move on to the third match.
No.
You skipping the whole.
You skipping when Sexy Red came through.
We're gonna move on to this.
You skipping that whole part.
It just ends right there. He just gets mad at Ava and walk away. Nothing else happened. Anywho, then we get to the third match of the night, which is the Unholy Union and Pure Fusion Collective.
Unholy Union. What kind of name?
That was
it was a 10-woman tag match. There was Unholy Union, Pure Fusion Collective versus.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. We had the AEW. We had an AEW booking. with the women.
Yeah, 10 woman tag match. Yeah.
We got AEW booking.
What was Natalia, Zelina Vega, Lyra Valkyria, and Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. 10-woman tag match.
All mid card women for a mid card championship. Just saying. Just.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. I enjoy Unholy Union, Pure Fusion Collective for the most part.
Yeah, definitely.
The reason why I enjoyed it because it made me think like, why don't we just get a 12 woman tag match for the women's tag team title? Make it like a whole chaotic mess. I think that would be a fun match. They have a 12 woman tag. And they actually we're minus one person, so to make it fair, it'll still be 10 women because they still
haven't done like a women's battle royal in a while either.
And that's why I enjoy this match. This could be a fun chaotic match
or they'll probably do a tournament when no titles do come out though.
You got damage
they'll do some kind of.
Go ahead.
No, you good. I was just saying when they do like the mid cards, whenever they do it, I feel like they're probably gonna do like a tournament for it.
They either gonna
Yeah,
do a
because any
tournament or a battle royal.
It'll be a long tournament, I'd
no,
say.
no, we don't need to see no women's battle royal. No, hey,
The only other way
hell
to
no.
do it is a tournament.
That's the Vince McMahon booking.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I want to see a long tournament too, like back in the day, King of the Ring type of tournament
Yeah.
So what
where
you trying to
where you
stretch
had to
this out to
compete.
like if they
So
like say they introduced it in
who's the
January, so
best mid
do
Carter?
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I'm talking about like Saturday main event.
Oh wait, no,
Like,
it'll be Royal Rumble
You-
then because they
Y'all
got
know, I just thought about it.
they
I'm
did this in
thinking that
January.
Raw has majority of the ladies, I believe.
yeah,
Because SmackDown only has Meechin, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, and well, you can't. I'm not sure about Jade Cargill them because they be everywhere. Oh
you
yeah,
talking
and
about
Oh,
Naomi
they'll
and
be
Bailey,
everywhere because they're the tag
Bailey.
team champion. Because
But
Jay
then you got
Cargill is the SmackDown superstar.
Naomi and Bailey, so that's what 7. But on Raw, you got like multiple ones.
I'm
Like
Yeah, it's
sorry. Them,
the SmackDown's getting more because they going 3 hours next year. They getting some more women.
oh God.
That's why that's what like kickstarted this
hey,
whole thing about the mid
hey,
card
what
titles.
what did you say happened? Once in one review, I think I wasn't on here, but I ended up watching it because I wasn't home. With what's that lady name with the purse?
Oh,
It start with a
Kiana
K.
James. Kiana James.
Yes,
She's injured. She had a match and she
one
got
match on
injured in
Raw.
it. She
God
got
dang.
and she had a match. She got injured in it, and I don't know if it was a house show or it was on Raw, but she's gonna be out basically for like 6. I think they think it was an ankle injury. I think she hurt her. I think it was an ACL type thing. I think she's gonna be out for a minute.
God dang.
But
Had one
that was
match.
the whole reason for her like sudden disappearance. She basically got injured. I can't.
Yeah, I
If it
think
was. I know what you're talking about.
JC James gonna be the next one to be called up. And well, pretty much that entire little group there.
But yeah, the to facilitate the whole mid card women's belt, pretty much the ongoing rumor is that because as we know they've been talking about doing a draft in January, and SmackDown's supposed to be getting a lot of women since they go all both shows gonna be 3 hours. They're gonna get a lot of women to facilitate. Both shows gonna be getting an equal amount of women to facilitate them having a mid card title, basically.
Oh
So
Lord.
SmackDown will get like there's gonna be some call ups from NXT to facilitate that.
Gotcha.
So that's how they're gonna like make that whole thing
I
work.
hope they don't take the whole women roster from NXT.
No, they're not gonna take the whole women roster. I
No,
think it's just
I
like
just think they're gonna take a few of them. They're gonna take like
yeah,
that
Roxanne
look
Perez.
that
She's been sued around that. She's
yeah
gonna be the
that
next one to get called up.
JC Jane gonna be another
Yeah,
one.
JC Jane.
Uh,
I
w-
think JC Jane, Gigi
and what's the
Dolan. Um,
if she can not if she can stay not to be injured a lot, then I
Nakia
think so.
Lyons. Some of them might get called up.
She hasn't been on
Well, not
NXT in a
Nakia
while.
Lyons. No, for not Nakia Lyons.
Oh, I'm about to
Um,
say, hell no.
not
Nah,
Nakia Lyons.
man.
It's like it's the ones
She need
that
about
been there.
another year or two.
The ones that been there for the women who's been there the longest are the ones that's going to get called up to help for this mid card title, which is
Roxanne.
not a lot, but Roxanne, except for Roxanne Perez, she's the only one who's probably gonna get called up and be part of the main event scene. But everybody else
As
is
she
gonna get
should.
called. But everybody else is gonna get called up to help facilitate that. Then you're gonna have some. Then you're gonna
The
have people
longest they
like
don't.
you gonna have people like Tegan Knox and them coming back into the fold and stuff like that.
The
Who?
longest they don't take.
Huh?
The
Who you say?
longest.
Who you say?
Tegan not like people like Tegan Knox and stuff, and Maxine Dupree, who's not really being used on TV. They also going to be brought in to help round out these women that's going to be competing for these mid card titles.
The
Forgot who Tegan Knox
longest.
was.
The
Go ahead.
longest they don't. The longest they don't take Julia Stephanie Van
No,
Pearl or
Julia, Stephanie, all of them gonna be staying.
yeah, they need to stay. Yeah,
It's just people like Roxanne and them who's
yeah,
basically been there. You know, it's like okay, now it's
don't
time to move
don't
them.
take my girls up yet. Nah, mm mm.
No, it's too soon, but that's who they just. That's those are the names that's been going around. But I think they said, I think from what I'm hearing, the top people to start off these mid card titles is like how me and you be saying like Mia and Chelsea Green. Those names are being kicked around as the people to start. That's why they've been getting all this. That's why they've been getting these spotlights and stuff because they've been basically the Triple H is basically testing the waters and seeing like, okay, if we give them enough time to build these matches, that's why they gave Chelsea Green and Mia that great match. Or well, if depending on who, if you like them or not, if it was great or not, but that's why they gave it to them
Oh,
because
that dumpster match! I thought it was awesome. I
yeah,
thought it was awesome.
but you know that's basically they preparing for the mid card women's championship because as of right now they still I guess working out the details about it because they said it's only still in the internal talk stage. They haven't like they're unlike this crown jewel belt. They haven't even gotten to
No,
where they're making designs for it and having it made. They haven't done any of that yet. They still kicking the ideas around for doing that because of the
please
fact of
stop.
because of
Please stop
NXT.
mentioning. Please stop mentioning Crown Jewel. My stomach just curls when I hear that damn show.
Like how you keep trying to get me to talk about Sexy Red.
Uh,
She as you know what? No, I'm going to refer to her as she who should not be named. For those who
hey,
watch Harry Potter, she who should not be named.
she wasn't that bad.
She who they cut her off when she was introducing it.
She wasn't that bad.
She's awful. That she's awful. Anyway, uh, back on track here. Yeah, this was a good to me. I know most people are gonna say this match was awful, but it actually was good to me because I started kicking around the ideas of how to make this match even better. And I thought, why not have like a chaotic 10 woman, 8 woman tag match for the for the women's tag team championship? Had Jade Cardell and Bianca defending against the Unholy Union, 2 members of the Pure Fusion Collective, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. I even say Lyra, Zelina, Damage Control.
Oh,
Have something like that. Hell, even if we could even go as far as throw in a random women's tag team from NXT just to make it fun.
yeah. Or just give the belts back to NXT. Um, just do that. Just do, at this point, do that. Cause them tag titles don't mean a damn thing. They really don't. I'm sorry. They
Well,
really
you know
don't.
what? They mean something when they on Jay and them anyway. At least they get some. They got more shine at being on Jade than them, and than they ever had. Then the last time they got that signs when Charlotte held the belt. When Charlotte, I think Charlotte won the tag team women's belt.
You talking about with Bailey and Sasha held it.
Oh yeah, where Bailey and Sasha held it. But anywho, this was a good match. 10 woman tag matches. We don't really get to see those many often. Everybody
Hey,
got used here though. Hey, you can't complain. They are using people, so there's that. That was the biggest plus. They're not just sitting because it's 2 hours. They ain't sending all these women home and all these people home. They use them in some way, shape, or form. So therefore, I'm down for that. Triple H found a way to get these women some screen time, and it was a good bout for the most part, chaotic, and it threw me off though. Shayna Baszler threw me off because she didn't cut. She came out dressed like in street clothes, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I thought they said this was a 10-woman tag. Only person that looked like they was in ring gear was Zoe and Sonya.
So
Second,
yeah,
it didn't look like she was in street. She looked like she was just in street gear. But then I saw her feet. And I was like, oh, she got on her ring boots on. So I'm like, maybe this was like her new. She was trying to have like street ring gear, like so a lot of people have done before. But it was like, well, Dean Ambrose does that a lot too. He's known to wrestle in like
yeah,
street clothes as a ring gear. So
you still
a
do
lot of
that
people
now.
have done that. But nonetheless, it was a good tag team match. Um, I say Team Natalia, so I don't have to name all their names again. Won the match in a very good. I think they pinned. If I'm correctly, Sonya got pinned here, making her only undefeated in singles competitions. She's still undefeated in singles competitions, but she finally lost a tag team match. So there was that. Shane, what did you think about that match?
Oh boy. I mean, hey, you know what? Shout outs. I mean, shout outs to H for finding a way to put him on the show. Um, but Peer Fusion Collective. Oh God, Jesus. Uh, PFC. I'm just calling them that.
Yeah, I just call him PFC.
Yeah, PFC. Yeah, throw that whole team in the trash. Nobody believes it. They still losing. Like, what
They went, yeah,
oh my!
they went from winning the match. They finally won the match, and then they went to lose a match.
Oh, they still losing. Like what? I understand everybody can't get a push, but we can't develop factions and they lose. No, we can't make them look strong in the beginning by beating up and injuring people and then lose matches. Like, no,
So
what?
you said
That
you better them not be used at all instead of being used and then
like
put to
don't use
lose.
them at all until you actually got something for them that's gonna make sense. Because you made them look strong in the beginning, how they injured Selena Vega and all that, and then all right, I can get the couple L's, but now they just losing. And they losing for what? Like at this point, like like why did we put this team together if they just go to lose? It's no. Why did we make them look like a force if they just going to lose? And Sonya Deville cut a hell of a promo,
Oh yeah, she
like in
did.
the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh, all right, we actually going to do something with him. Nope, not at all, not at all. I just feel like if we're gonna do something with this team, let's put them in the position where they can actually look like a force instead of looking like jobbers. They look like jobbers right now.
Yeah, yeah, they do. Yeah, I can't argue with that. They do look like jobbers, but then again, everybody in this match was pretty much a jobber for real.
Yeah, like yeah,
Even
it,
Lyra at this point, like and that's just because that nobody has nothing significant. The only reason why I say Lyra is because of the whole Rhea and Liv thing. Like we got them into the match with each other for so long that we couldn't get other women in these feuds with for the main title.
that's what
So
I'm saying. It's the
hopefully now with Rhea and Liv done for the month for the meantime, we could get some new rivalries for Liv and new people stepping up and stuff like that.
yeah, but who do we believe in next? That's the question.
I said
Who
this.
the trip?
I said until you. I said okay. If in my booking, because I can't say what Triple H would do, but if I was Triple H, I would take this time to build up Lyra and Selena
Yeah,
until we introduce for the main time until we introduce the mid card titles. If they introduce the main card titles, I said we build up Lyra and Zelina
yeah,
in the
yeah.
meantime. And then, because, I would say Kiana James, but she's a heel and she was injured. So
Yeah, because who else on that roster that's like really, really on
it's a
a
lot.
real
You
Ripley
know,
level?
that not that thing. There's a lot of female heels on the roster. It's not that. It's not that many baby faces on the roster.
No,
That's
hell,
the
yeah,
problem.
that's a problem.
We got too many female heels. Yeah, Selena and Selena, Natalia, Lyra, Katana, and Kayla Carter are the only faces I think of the women's
No,
division.
no,
So you only
no.
have them. You only have actually the people in this match on the good people side with the people that you got as your baby
So
face.
is it true? Is it true that Becky Lynch is the draw?
I don't know, but I do know she's. I don't think she's truly gone from WWE because they said she's still listed on the roster, on the at least not on the maybe not on WWE website or anything, but she's listed on currently on the roster still.
Yeah,
I don't think. I think she just. I don't think she. I think basically, in my opinion, I think she signed the contract, but I think her contract just said that she got significant time off.
yeah. I mean, she deserves it. You know what I mean?
So
It's not
I
like
think
she
that's
don't
what really
deserve it.
happened. I think she signed a new contract and she just gonna get significant time off. Unless I'm proven wrong and we watch AEW one day and she just shows up on AEW as her real name or still as Becky Lynch, and I'll just be like,
I'm
oh well, I was
with
wrong
that.
then. I was wrong.
I'll be with that. But
but
however, I mean, it don't
however,
matter.
but however, but the match was itself was like you said, it is what it is. Uh but yeah, I agree with you. Pure Fusion Collective shouldn't really be used if you're not gonna have nothing to do
Dude,
with
they all talented. I just don't understand why we put this group together. And yes, I'm behind it. I'm totally rooting
Yeah,
for Shayna, Sonya, and them to actually get a push. I just feel like we don't need to do it now if they just gonna lose every time. Like, no,
right,
I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling
right.
that. These are they Shayna at one point in NXT was a beast. Now we just ah unless Triple H is gonna give them the repackage, but it's a little too late because they're not believable enough.
Mm-hmm. Chris, you with us? No, I guess not. So we'll move it along then, and we'll just get his answers when he come back. Uh, let's see. We got a promo from Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill basically confirming their damage control challenge, which I think is going to happen next week, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. So we're
yeah,
going to get that match next week. Um, and then we get the main event, which is another good match. Sami Zayn versus Gunther. And I told you guys, and I told you, it for all the faults that we say Triple H got, it wasn't Vince McMahon, and the fact that because Vince would have done it. Now Vince would have done it. I told you to
oh,
trust Triple H in this.
I give
I
you that.
told you not to get. I told y'all it's nothing to worry about. Gunther and them is going to be a later date. And to be more precise, I was right about the fact that it's even rumored that he will settle up and cause Gunther the match at Crown Jewel. That's been thrown around as a
Oh,
possibility.
God.
I would, even though yes, you was right that they usually pay for these people to wrestle. Is if that does happen, they literally just pay for him to show up just to cause Gunther.
Oh,
But that
so
is not set in stone. But that is a storyline that's being tossed around amongst the rumor mills that he he
no,
he might show up at
no,
Crown Jewel.
no. That it
But
don't no,
and by him, people, I mean Goldberg. I'm talking about Goldberg.
no, no. Hell no. Mm-mm.
But
We don't.
like I
We
said,
don't.
I told you Triple H wasn't gonna do it. I told you he wasn't gonna do it.
All
And
right,
then
you got that one. Yeah.
Shane was like, but then again, nah, I wish he would have lost. I'm like, you said you didn't want him to lose.
kind of like
But you
because
know what? My answer to you saying is this: it's not a real pay per view anyway. It's not really meant to take serious. Anybody could lose. Say Liv, Nia could lose, Cody and them could lose because it's not. It don't really
no,
matter. It
it's a
don't.
whole.
It
I
don't.
don't care what. Listen, I don't care what it is. It's a problem because at the end of the day, you can't make Gunther look weak. You can't
Mm-mm.
make Cody look weak.
They don't because it don't matter. It don't
Yeah,
really matter.
yeah. I think
Like,
from what
so
I heard,
if it don't
I,
matter, then why are we booking this match? It's
I,
just
I think,
Because Saudi wants it.
I think,
That's
I
the part.
think
That's the part
from
that we're giving them. We're giving them what they want, but it
from
don't matter when it comes to when it
yeah.
nah,
comes when we
man.
got going into SummerSlam, when we got going into the Royal Rumble. Like it
Nah,
So
don't matter in
man.
that sense.
what I heard was it's like their governor or whatever wants to see
Yeah,
matches like that they want to put on for their fans. So I'm like, the heck,
yeah.
I'm like,
but
well,
yeah,
yeah, give it to them then.
it's just
It don't
it's
really
just
matter.
yeah, the biggest thing we just got to get
Oh,
past.
listen, I don't mind. I don't mind it. I don't mind Gunther versus Cody. Fine. What I do mind is we can't make none of them look weak. So how do they lose? So how do one of them lose?
Somebody comes out there
The
like
hell no, man.
that's what
No, I'm tired of
that's what
tired
I
of DQ finishes.
So okay, if not a DQ finish, let one of them win clean. That's the only thing you
Yeah,
can
but
do.
who? You can't make the world title
Either
look weak than
either
what it
or,
is.
things don't matter. It's about a
It
championship.
does matter.
They not no, it don't because their championship is not even on the line. It's about a championship that's only gonna be defended every time they go to Crown Jewel.
You just said, listen. You said that this feels like a Survivor Series type of thing, right?
No, I said that because this is what I always thought growing up they should have done at Survivor Series.
So even if then, it's still bragging rights with this, regardless of how anybody. I don't care. I don't care what y'all talking about. It's still bragging rights behind this match. You still got Raw and you still got SmackDown. Regardless of how this
And
goes,
did it really matter?
yeah, it matters.
It never mattered to me who won at Survivor Series. It was just a fun match. I just thought it was stupid that they
All
wasn't
right,
fighting
so
for
think
something.
about this. Every Survivor Series, when the champ went against the champ, who won? Who won mainly? Raw, right or wrong?
Yeah, I think the Raw champion got more wins than the SmackDown champion.
Yeah. So what are we going to do? We can't make both of them look weak.
Well, yeah. No, I just figure they don't really look weak because it don't matter at the end of the day. Like we
It
still gonna
does.
we by the time we get done with Crown Jewel, we're gonna forget about everything.
Can you
Like just
imagine
yeah.
if
like
Cody?
okay, think of it this way: when was the last time we talked about Braun Strowman's title? Because technically, Braun Strowman's a champion. He's the longest
Listen,
reigning champion.
no, I don't. I don't care about the title. I care about the opponents that's going for the title. That's what I care about.
Yeah, and I
I'll,
understand that, but that's what I'm
I
trying to tell you. It doesn't matter. Oh, he got out.
but
It don't matter in the grand scheme of things, though.
yeah, I just really think it more likely maybe Gunther winning some kind of way. If I had
Yeah, I
to,
just like at the end of the day, if Gunther wins, I'm cool with it. It's if Cody wins, I'm cool with it. Because at the end of the
So
day,
if
it was just
Gunther
something that I
wins,
thought they should have done for. I thought okay, like just like how he came up with that Crown Jewel championship, I always thought there should have been a Survivor Series championship, like
yeah.
a Survivor Series World Championship that both champions fight for. But like just like Crown Jewel, it doesn't matter outside of the Survivor Series. Once Survivor Series is over with, you
See,
don't see them walking around with two
I don't
championships and
care
they don't
about
know what
the
to do.
I don't care about the belt. I'm just
No, I know
agreeing
what you're
with
saying. I'm just saying I
yeah,
felt like that's always should have been the idea, regardless if it's Crown Jewel or Survivor Series. I always thought they should have fought for a championship, maybe
I'm
not
a
their own championships, but a championship to signify just instead of them just winning the match. One of them should win a championship to say, "Yeah, I'm the Survivor Series world champion because I beat the other world champion."
Yeah, true. I'm saying what
Same
everybody
for the
else is
tag team.
saying.
I think there should be belts for every champion that went up against each other. I think there should be a belt that they won. I think it should be a Survivor Series tag team belt, a Survivor Series United States belt, Survivor Series
Nah,
Intercontinental
that's too
belt.
much.
I
No,
guess.
that's too much.
I
Yeah.
guess. I guess.
I feel like and to the main event that was fire. By the way,
Yeah, I'm
that
about to
that
get
was a
back
great
into
main
it in
event.
a minute, so we could go ahead and catch NXT or for you Dynamite. You're gonna catch both of
But
them.
I feel what everybody else is saying. Everybody else is saying the same thing. Like, yo, you can't make none of them look weak, regardless of how this go, or regardless of it don't matter. It still matters because at the end of the day, you got two world champions that's looking strong as hell right now. It's gonna look bad for whoever takes this pin. If Gunther takes the pin, it's gonna look bad on Monday Night Raw. If Cody takes the pin, it's gonna look
Okay,
bad on SmackDown.
so explain to me how this look bad then, because I'm not understanding how this look bad
All right, if it look all
none of
right,
this
if
really matters outside of
if
Crown
Cody,
Jewel. How this is
no,
gonna make
I'm
them look
saying
bad?
If Cody take the pin, right? Let's say if
Uh-huh.
Cody take the pin, is Cody gonna start doubting himself going
Yes.
into this? If Cody gonna start doubting himself going into this next storyline with Kevin Owens?
Mm-hmm. Would you say if he do what now?
Now, is Cody going to start doubting himself going into the next story with KO? Because you
No.
got to remember,
If he does, it should come from Kevin Owens, not because of what happened at Crown Jewel.
but why though? Because Cody never lost since he became champion.
Well, yes he did because Solo pinned him. Unless you're talking about just saying a one-on-one.
I mean, I'm talking like, you know what I mean? Like if the championship was on the line or something big was at stake. Like this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how this go, this is a big deal. This is both of your world champions at their best. Excuse me, you really gonna shit on one of them. One of them.
Well, that's not because the only way they would have to do that is they make one of them look bad in doing the match. If they don't make them look bad doing the match, I don't think it hurts them. If both of them come in looking strong and end it looking strong, like okay, say we don't do the Goldberg thing and Gunther just beats Cody in a hard fought match. Can you really say it looked bad for Cody? They fought hard and Gunther just won. Same thing how we do at Survivor Series. They don't look bad coming out of Survivor Series. Has
I
any
mean,
champion looked
yeah.
at it? Has any champion really looked at bad coming out of Survivor Series? Survivor. Everybody
Big
knew
E.
that when Survivor Series came around, all the other rivalries and everything was suspended until they added, War Games. So War
Yeah.
Games was like the only time we brought in the main story rivalries back into Survivor Series. But outside of that, it was just bragging rights. And then we went back to the
I
main
just
story, like Survivor Series never really happened.
no. I know we're gonna get back to that. I just feel like Triple H has really put himself in a weird booking because at the end of the day, both of them are really Triple H's guys. So
Mm-hmm.
who do you really, you know what I mean? And regardless of how this go, if Gunther wins, he's bragging about it the next day. Like, yo, I beat Cody. You
Of course.
know
And
what I
then
mean?
they, and
Like
then
this.
they do like they always do. Sometime down the road, we're gonna settle this again. And
Oh
then they
yeah,
move
yeah.
on.
I mean, I know that. I'm just saying from what I see all around, and I kind of agree with it. Like you you it just to me you don't want to make none of them look weak because they really at their strong point. Even though the PLE don't matter, I still feel like it matters. I still feel like it's like a Survivor Series match. It's still a big deal,
Oh, it's definitely a Survivor
regardless.
Series match because basically it has the Survivor Series element. You got champion versus champion.
Yeah.
Raw versus SmackDown. So it's a definitely
Yeah, you know
Survivor
what I mean?
Series
So
match.
I feel like the bragging rights and all that still matters. It's a competitive sport, you know what I mean? It's like if your team faces my team and my team win, yeah, that's bragging rights to me. I feel like
Yeah,
it's a big deal to me.
but I also like how they just be like, you caught me that once, but when we get back together again, we face each other again. Oh yeah, I got you next time. I like that. We build off of that because that's how. Remember, that's how we got the feud with Drew McIntyre and Roman. It was built
Yeah.
off of them going against each other from Survivor Series.
Lavater, yeah.
And
I
then
ain't,
because Drew always promised after Survivor, and once they meet again after Survivor Series, he told them that when we meet again, it won't end the same way. And then they finally got to meet again, and then of course, history is history.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
feel like this is going to be. This is just going to be. This is just Triple H setting up Gunther versus Cody sometime down the line by having them bragging rights, and I feel like Gunther is the right man to win. Now, whether or not we're going to get Goldberg interfering is going to be
Uh,
the plot twist
yeah.
here. If we're gonna set up Gunther, and we can't really set up Gunther versus Cody if they don't win clean.
Triple H, please don't do that. Please don't. Please don't. I
But
mean, it's my thing. If we're gonna do this, let's get a clear winner. Please don't do no goddamn interference.
yeah, because now I will say this, then we're gonna get back on track here so we can get this done. Um, Coming out of Bad Blood, one of the major complaints because people really start once people heard what really happened with that Liv Morgan match, they kind of was like, okay, that one got a slide because that wasn't really the plan finish. But the fact that you still had the problem, what they had is not the execution or the lack of the execution. Everybody didn't like the fact that majority of the match had like an interference angle. Every
Yep.
majority of the match had people, except for CM Punk and Drew
Drew
McIntyre.
McIntyre.
Everybody had a match where somebody interfered.
Yep.
And
Yep.
people was like, well, that was a little too much. Like we give you okay, we would have been people said we would have been okay with the Liv and the Bloodline match, but then every other match beforehand did that because
Yep.
obviously we knew what was going to happen for Liv because that was the only way
Yeah,
for
it was
Liv
like
to
6
retain against Rhea.
interferences.
That was the only way for the Liv to retain was for interference. Okay, we give you Liv, we give you the Bloodline because we knew you got Jimmy and you had the Rock. Okay, so we give you those. But did you really need it for Finn and Damian?
I wouldn't even say the Rock interfering because he came out after the match.
Yeah, he came out after the match, but I guess
Yeah.
people were saying like people just showing up and like affecting the match itself. I guess they consider that interference, but The Rock didn't interfere, but Jimmy did.
No, he
That
didn't
was
interfere.
mostly
The
that's mostly
Bloodline
what
and Jimmy.
yeah, that's mostly what they were saying was not so they did say they said The Rock, but they said it was more so of just Jimmy than anything because he actually helped the outcome of the match.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was like people were saying coming out of Bad Blood, the main complaint was it was a good card, but it was oversaturated with interference. Because
Yep.
outside of CM Punk and them, every match had an interference.
Yep.
And then one of the matches you executed it wrong. So there's that. But this main event was good. This was up there with the Donnie Brooke match. Uh, this was a good bout, especially where Sammy kicked out at one out of Gunther's car
Yeah.
bomb. That was crazy.
That was
That was
nuts. Yeah.
crazy. That was nuts. This match was good. I like. You know what I like though? If anything, they just did what you said they what could have happened with Cody with Gunther. He was doubting himself in this match. He couldn't put Sammy down. He doubted himself with Sammy kicked out at one. He was sitting there like, what the hell did I do? He won't
Yeah.
stay down. So he doubted himself plenty of times in this match. And I like the story going into it. He hates Sami Zayn because he made his father hate him. His father disapproved of him for losing to Sami. So it was like I like the story going into it. The match was good. They had some
My
good
bad,
moves.
y'all. My bad. I had to catch NXT real quick. It was pretty cool opening.
Oh yeah, we about to end this now, so we can go watch it. We finally get into it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a good match overall. Sammy hit some good moves on Gunther. Gunther hit some good moves on him. Like I said, the whole kick out at one. But after that kick out at one, Gunther would put him in the sleeper hold. Um, and then I always love those moments in the sleeper hold where you think it's about to be over. They lift up the hand, and then
Yeah.
I thought they used to do it more than once though.
Yeah, they do it like 2 times, and then
They used to do it 3 times, like a 3 count.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
I always liked that they would go, then it's just, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he did it again.
but I
And then
think Sammy
everybody,
did it at one.
yeah, but he did it at one. But they usually do it 3. I think they've been doing that lately where they only do it at one now. But
Yeah.
I liked how they used to do it at 3. And then you thought it's about to go down for the 3. And then they had to call the match when the person just
Nah,
rise up again and
it
try to
makes
get to the
the
rope. I
it
like to
makes
see
the sleeper more effective if it's one.
Oh,
Because if
okay.
it was three, it wasn't like people wasn't believing in it.
Uh,
Okay,
That's why
got
you
you.
don't really see the sleeper as a finisher like that no more. Because it wasn't believable at first when people would do the three and whatever.
okay, so that's why they changed it from 3 to 1.
Yeah. And that's why you only see like not you will see maybe a few use it as a finisher, but Gunther's the main person that would use it as a finisher.
Yeah, I know he's like the main person who uses as a finisher. But yeah, he would
I,
have
s- I, s-
Sammy in
I
that
swear.
in the sleeper, and Sammy would raise his hand, and then he would try and get to the ropes again. But and the crowd was going crazy. He was just so much there. He was almost going to get, but then he
You
fell
know
back.
what's
Gunther choked him out for the win. And then I like that though. I like what they did. Even though Sammy lost, they had Gunther do something. I want to know if y'all caught it to put Sammy over.
What?
Y'all didn't catch it, did y'all?
Uh.
After he lost, he rolled over and went like he literally just gave
oh
props to
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sammy.
yeah, yeah.
He went like he was. They showed Gunther actually being scared that he almost lost to Sammy.
Lost to Sammy. Yeah, I seen that.
Which
Okay.
even though, which I like Triple H for doing so because that means we're not going to give you the victory, but we're going to make you look damn good doing it. So we're going to want so that when the future happens, we can put you back in that position again. Maybe this time give you the victory. So I like that putting over a Sammy in that Gunther, even though Gunther is Gunther, he's scared of Sammy because Sammy beat him. Which is not
Yeah.
something for Ilya. I
Fatal
don't think they
influence.
did that for Ilya because I think Ilya was the other person that beat him, but they never like did that for Ilya where Gunther was scared of Ilya.
Yeah.
But I like that they did that for Sammy here.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a 6 woman. By the way, just to catch y'all up, Trick Williams came out to celebrate his celebrate his victory. Then Wesley talking about he won a shot at won a shot at the NXT Championship, and then after
Yes.
then Jay Uso ended up coming out, and then they were like, "Whoop that trick, yeet," and then they kept doing it over and over. So it was pretty cool. And then now Jade Cargill, Bianca, and Kalani Jordan are doing a 6 woman tag match
Six
against
on
Fatal
the
Influence. Yeah,
okay. I figured
and
that
then
was going to happen after that. I knew a match was coming from that whole interaction. So figure that. But
yeah.
Chris, tell me what you thought of this main event with Gunther and Sammy. I know
Oh,
you said you went to sleep, but did you get the chance to catch it?
yeah. I watched it. Let's see. Think I what? Think it was sometime this morning when I got to work while I was slow. I got a chance to watch it. It was a pretty cool match. I would say, at the least, they both, were doing pretty good in the match. That's one match, I would like to like see in person, even though they put on like pretty good banger of matches. But question is, where does Sammy go from now? I mean, is he going to go with this, set up for this bloodline thing later next month or
Probably.
so?
Well, I say for right now, put him back in the feud with Ludwig. Have him try to get back at the Gunther, but then Ludwig interfere and he just started a little feud with Ludwig.
Yeah, I like their chemistry too.
I'm
It's
just
pretty
throwing a
good.
person out there that can just keep him at bay and keep him busy until you know,
Yeah,
down the line when he could get back at Gunther again. I even say use this as a time to maybe put doubts and plant the seeds for Ludwig turning on Gunther. You know, use that like maybe him having these banger matches with Sammy and starting to make him feel like maybe he could be world champion.
true too. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Ludwig's
They did
pretty
start
good
that
though.
with Sammy, so why not play into that?
Yeah.
To give Sammy something to do.
Oh, yo, but I just thought of Sammy could bring up the time Gunther chopped him on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
start slapping them around. Yeah,
You
Mm-hmm.
can you
on
can bring
Raw.
that
Too.
long booking. You can bring that long booking into the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
That's
I
what I'm
feel
saying.
like
Like have these matches lead to Ludwig questioning whether or not he want to be loyal and not be the world champion
Yeah,
himself.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Hell,
I
you
think
can
it's
even
gonna
use Christian
eventually
Stratton
it's
into
gonna
it if
eventually
you want
happen.
to.
Yeah, it's gonna eventually happen. But if they do still decide to do Gunther and Lesnar or whatever, Gunther is probably just gonna hop on his back and like put him in the
That would be an
sleeper.
awesome match because Gunther.
Yeah,
And then you have to put
because Brock doesn't wrestle long though. The max
Yeah, he
Brock.
does it, but Brock hasn't wrestled a person that's similar to him in a long time too. Like,
Yeah,
when was the last person you could say that was similar to Brock that gave Brock a run for his money other than Goldberg?
Styles, Brian Danielson. Are we forgetting the Survivor Series matches?
No, I'm just saying that's why I said when was the last time he had those?
Okay.
Yeah,
My bad.
no, I wasn't
My bad.
forgetting
I'm
about
about to
that.
say,
I'm just
hold
saying
up.
it's been a long time since he had a match where he was going up against somebody that was booked just like him, where he couldn't just easily beat, or we could just be, oh yeah, he about to lose.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shane, what did you think of this main event?
I thought it was great. I thought it should have been on the Bad Blood card for real, for real. I thought it was great.
It should have
That's
been.
what a lot of people were saying in their reviews I watched.
But then
I think it
again,
was good.
I understood why they put it on Raw because Raw needed something for this 2 hour start.
Yeah, but no, it should have been on the Bad Blood card.
Could have put
It
Damien.
should have been though. It definitely should have been.
You could have bet Damian Priest and Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw.
they they booked
I
they booked
get it.
That
they had,
I get it
needed to be on
storyline
Bad Blood,
wise.
but it needed to be a stipulation. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that was missing from that
Nah,
match.
I get it, Bad Blood. I get why, but nah, it
but
okay.
they
But
but they made us wait too late though. I mean, they had Damien Priest get stumped out and all that stuff, whatever, for like what
yeah,
3 4 weeks, and then you look at it, and then
Well,
I mean, they had the match, but where do you go
that's
now?
because that's how they schedule went. That wasn't a Triple H thing. That's just whoever decided to do the
man.
schedule.
Um. No, other
Who
than that,
decided that? Who
no,
did
I
this?
thought the main event. I thought the main event was fire. Uh, it was a couple of spots I thought Sammy was gonna win for real, for
Oh
real.
yeah, it definitely was. It was
Um.
definitely a couple spots that it was like he was going.
Uh. But for people that's downplaying Gunther's old school wrestling, because I heard a lot of that today. Forget y'all. I like it. I approve of it. I
I
think
heard,
Gunther is bringing. I think Gunther's bringing back a old school tactic, and it's
right,
working for him,
and all.
especially with.
Go ahead, Chris.
But
Oh, my bad. No, a lot of people were talking about when Gunther faced Randy and said that their match was too slow and that they didn't want to see all this old school stuff that they were doing.
That's
yeah, because
better.
everybody be
There's more suspense. It's more build up. It's
Yeah,
not. It's sometimes it don't hurt to be old school when it comes to the way how old school wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Well, I
gentleman.
mean, we'll need all this flying off the top rope and
And people
springboarding and
dying. No offense, Darby.
Yeah.
jumping through
I'm a
glass and stuff.
huge fan. No offense, but nah. But nah. For people that's downplaying it, stop, because that's Gunther, and that's how he wrestles. Um, and I like it. I approve of it, especially especially with one of his finishes being a sleeper. I ain't see that in a long time. Um, so shout outs to Triple H for actually making that and putting that over. Um, yeah, man, I approve. Now I approve, and don't get me wrong. I think Cody and Gunther gonna have a banger.
Oh, before you continue, I forgot that part. Cody came out and had a stare down
Yeah,
with Gunther.
Cody came out confront. I think they're gonna have a banger. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna watch the match 'cause I think it's gonna be a banger. I just want to see a clean winner. But for the main event, it was definitely fire. I would like to see Sammy and Gunther, maybe the Royal Rumble, um, maybe Elimination Chamber. If it gets built to a WrestleMania match, I'm with that too. Um, but yeah, and for the record, before I even go watch Dynamite, for the beginning of Raw, yeah, Raw needs to stay 2 hours because you know how much storylines we done got out of that. Just that segment alone with Seth Rollins and
Oh,
Jay
oh
Uso
yeah.
coming out and
Oh
and
yeah. Oh yeah.
Bronson Reed, Big Bron. Yeah. Nah, we need to keep Raw 2 hours more often. I thought it was great. I thought the show being 2 hours, even though it felt like Triple H was really booking it for three.
Mm. Especially with those extra segments that they upload to their YouTube channel. He definitely booked it for 3.
Yeah. What?
Say, Beer,
Yeah.
you late.
Yo, you late, say
Especially,
Bill. We about to end this. But
especially,
what's up, Bill?
especially when
What's
you,
up? What's up?
especially when they get an AEW booking with a 10 women tag. I'm just saying. What?
I she who should not be named was on Raw. I kind of been dancing around that because I do not want to talk about her.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch. Yeah, you gotta
But
watch NXT. The match is still going on. Should be on there tonight. So don't worry.
she one of the reasons why I didn't want to talk about that whole thing, I did
Sexy
kind of
man.
lie about a segment, the whole thing with Ethan, all ego, Ethan Page. We had an
Yep. Hmm.
interaction with her,
Yep.
and
Sexy
that was
ribs.
the
Then.
most that was the most annoying. Uh, um, uh, uh, that was the most annoying interaction ever. Like just hearing her talk and just that whole interaction killed me. So yeah,
Nah, but
I couldn't talk about her without getting visibly frustrated.
hey,
But
yo, but nah.
real quick before I get y'all ratings, since we are approaching Rumble season, who do you think as of right now are your women and men's winners of the Royal Rumble?
The Rock. I'm saying it. I don't care what y'all talking about. Rock.
Other than The Rock, if
The
it wasn't
final boss.
other
What you
than The
mean?
Rock, if The
All
Rock
right.
was
All
other than
right.
The Rock,
Roman.
you think yeah. But
Roman.
do he really need it?
No, but it's going to happen. No, hell no, but it's going to happen.
You know what?
Oh, it's been rumored that we're going to get a triple threat. Ha ha!
What? What? Rock versus Roman
We'll get
versus Cody.
Rock, Roman, and Cody.
It was rumored. I actually
Oh
would
yeah,
say
wait. Roman's going to win. Rock going to ease his way into the main event. And we're going to get the triple threat. You know what I mean? The Rumble ain't
I
going to mean nothing.
I say, you know what? I would say as of right now, Jay or Braun Breaker looks like the
Nope.
people who could win
Nope.
the men's rumble.
Nope.
And for Um, and for the women, that's kind of hard because they really haven't been pushing nobody lately. But I can see like,
You already said the name.
yeah, maybe Becky comes back.
Charlotte. What you mean? You
Char-
already said the name.
no Charlotte.
You already said it. Charlotte. Who else? Who else?
um,
Give me somebody. Who else
no,
is main?
okay,
Who else?
taking Bailey, taking I would say Tiffany, but she got the she's already secure
She gonna have the briefcase.
with
She
the
might even be
briefcase.
champ going into WrestleMania. I
So
wouldn't mind
take,
Charlotte versus Tiffany. I
taking
wouldn't mind that.
Tiffany, Charlotte, Bailey, basically Becky when she returned because we know she returned at the Rumble. I would say if
That match cooking on NXT.
I'm gonna give y'all a curveball. I say Jordan Grace. I say Jordan Grace. I say
On
Jordan
that
Grace.
on that note, I am believing. You
I
said
say Jordan
who?
Grace. I say
Hell
Jordan Grace
no.
comes in because her contract is about to be up, and I say they book her to win.
Wow. Jordan Grace winning the Rumble. I mean,
It's either that or Roxanne Perez. Either
nah.
it's either Roxanne Perez, Jordan Grace,
No,
or AJ Lee.
Dang.
no. Nah, we gonna get AJ Lee versus Roxanne. What you mean? That's gonna be a story itself.
But
Charlotte.
with that being said, what would you give Monday Night Raw, Sam?
I give it a 6.5. Solid. It was a solid show. The main event was cool.
Oh, and
Um
Rhea, my fault. I forgot Rhea. Rhea is like the top person I see winning the Women's Royal Rumble again.
oh hell no. But I'm not I'm saying it right now. Charlotte. Charlotte and Roman confirmed.
I just want a first time winning the Royal Rumble. Yeah, that's why I said Jordan Grace. Like let it be somebody like that's a first time person winning the Rumble.
No, it's gonna be Charlotte and Roman confirmed.
Oh god.
Saying it there.
But
Hey,
what you say
I
for
did.
what you say you give Raw, Shane? What's your
I
rating?
give it a 6 point. I give it a 6.5. It was a solid show. The main event was cool. The beginning was cool. I can't wait for Xavier Woods to finally turn on Kofi.
I think it's gonna be Kofi.
Yeah, you know what? They was kind of.
No,
I have to.
No, the reason
Kofi did look frustrated with
no
Xavier Woods, so they could
the
swerve us and make it Kofi. They could. They
really?
really could.
Yeah.
We got it.
I just
We
can't.
have to continue
I
to see
just
how this
can't
story
see.
goes, but they
I
did.
just can't see Kofi though as a.
No,
I can't see him as a heel.
I think
Yeah.
90. I think it's for me. It's 90. It's 90-10. 90% is going to be Xavier Woods, and then there's a little bit of 10% chance there might be Kofi.
or it might be both
Yo,
both of them.
It's going to be Xavier.
Well, maybe it could be both of them. I mean, but then again, I'm
But it
still
wouldn't be
leaning
no
more.
point. They said somebody. So what? Big. I can say if they do both, Biggie has to be able to come back
he
to
gotta be
wrestle.
involved. Yeah, he
Yeah,
gotta.
he's got to be involved.
Yeah.
It
Big
got
E
to
gotta
be
get that ass whooping.
right. It got to be like it got to be like
What is more?
he come in the ring. They kind of like sell. They trying to sell, and he like, come on, we got to be the power of positive. We got to be brothers. And like,
Yo,
okay.
wait. You
And
might
then
be right
Xavier
though.
just like crap. He
Can you
just cracked.
imagine? Wait though, you might be right though. Can you imagine
What?
next week
Because he
Kofi like?
winning.
Can you imagine next week Kofi like, yo man, I gave you the opportunity and you lost, man. I just wasted my opportunity giving it to you.
Yeah,
I'm
because he
just
keep.
saying. You know what I'm saying?
But it still
Kofi is
seems.
like the
But
Ricky Steamboat. He can't be healed. It wouldn't work. I mean, yeah. I don't think it worked when when New Day started off as a heel. I don't think Kofi worked well as a heel. I mean, unless he
We
probably
never really seen them though be like I never really seen them be a serious heel.
I
yeah. I never
did.
seen
I
him be
did.
a
I
serious.
We
did.
seen
I
them
did.
be
I seen him get. I seen him wild at one point, like when he
But I
put that
mean,
paint on Randy on the car,
as a
but
Yeah, I
nothing.
mean, we
heel,
seen him getting serious as a baby face, but we talking like a serious heel.
but can you imagine though? He come up to the Xavier Woods like, yo, bro, like I gave you this opportunity and you failed me, bro. Like I just wasted my opportunity by giving it to you. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
and then you also, you still see Xavier Woods after he told Kofi to shake Jay's hand, and then he walked. He ends up walking
Yeah,
out,
then he
and
walked
then he was like,
off. Yeah,
come on, man. And I was like,
yeah,
he's still
true.
telling the man, come on, but you can tell when Kofi looked back at Jay, he's like, God damn, I'm so tired of this man. Just keep bitching and whining.
I can't wait till November. I can't
But
wait. Oh,
before I ask Chris about his rating for Monday Night Raw, I do say though I can see if Biggie is ready to come back, because he did just say he about to go get evaluated to see if he strong enough to start training to come back to the ring. Um, I will say if he did get that go ahead, then I could see both of them becoming heel. Like I said, maybe they still play off the thing where they fight each other, but then at the end he get them to try to be like, okay, y'all fought each other, squash it, they be a family again, and they do the whole okay, they hug Big E, and then Xavier turns around and blasts Big E, and Kofi just sitting there, and then he just starts stomping Big E with Xavier. They're like, man, we don't
nah,
care about that. We needed you, and you
nah.
wasn't here for us. And he'll just
Nah.
start going.
I need Woods. I need Woods to turn on Kofi. Nah, I need Woods to turn on Kofi.
No, I said if they both turn
Oh yeah,
heel.
yeah, yeah. Nah,
If
I
they
don't need
both
both
was
of
to
them.
turn heel, it will only
Mm-mm.
work if Big E could be involved and he could
What
turn
up?
heel.
Nah, I need.
What team did that one time? Both of them turn both. It was some team we got right now. Both of them turn heel. Like
Yeah, I know what you're
dang,
talking about.
I
Nah, but
cannot remember who it was.
I don't need that. I need Woods to go on by himself. I need
No,
Woods
yeah,
to prove.
that's what I want. But I was answering Chris Preston because he was saying, "Will they
No,
both
yeah,
turn
yeah.
heel?"
Nah,
And I was
I
saying it
know.
only works if Big E was involved and could wrestle, because that's the only way I could see it
Nah,
being like a
Big
solid
E still can
storyline.
get involved. He ain't got to wrestle. He could just watch while
No, I'm
Woods
talking
beat
about
up
if
his
for them
mans.
for it to work for them being both
Oh yeah,
heel.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
I don't want both of them to turn here.
but
Don't even
if
get
they,
the idea out. Mm-mm.
but the only thing that's the only way I can see it working. But as of right now, yeah, Xavier needs to be the one to turn heel. But Chris, give me a rating for Monday Night Raw, man.
I'll give it a 6.
Okay, all
Mhm.
right. I'm actually gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah,
You're a nice man.
I like that Donny. I still like that Donnybrook match though.
Yeah, that
Because
Donnybrook match was good, and then the main event was good, and then we had solid storytelling and some solid matches. The Xavier Woods and Jay match was good. It was more so used as a storyteller than an actual match, but it was still good for what it was. Remember when WCW tried to turn Sting heel with Luger? It lasted
Yeah,
2 weeks, and fans refused
it
to boo
lasted two
Sting.
weeks. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was horrible. That was terrible booking.
But
yeah,
yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna catch the rest of NXT. I'm gonna go
yeah,
probably
yeah.
put my face in the
Roxanne's out
toilet.
there right now.
I'm probably gonna put my face in the toilet when Sexy Red comes out,
Sexy Red
or
come up, come out.
or she who I forgot. Sorry, she who should not be named. When she comes out, I would not be watching because I cannot stand her.
Huh.
If you guys seen that segment with her and Adam Pearce and them, you will understand that was so annoying to me. That was just so annoying. And then she still came out to that same song. Bow, 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 get sex. I'm like, no, why? Just why?
I want to see who's about to come out on here.
But that would be Stephanie Van Pier. But yeah, so we're gonna get out of here.
Nah, she
But
make her debut the 27th.
oh, okay. So who are we setting up for her next opponent then? Well, we're about to see it. Yes.
Yeah,
Um.
we're about to see.
Uh. Before we get out of here, though, as usual, let me get this away real quick. There we go. Subscribe first to the Rest of the Pit podcast, who is bringing you this video. Go there and hit that subscribe, share, hit that.
God dang, Death Rebel. I'm sorry, man. Death Rebel just they just
we got rid of them, so we getting out of here. We getting that out of here.
No, but, I just heard Core Jade's song real quick. Like her song, it said the generation of no, it just said it. Like I thought she would have had something different without it saying like anything about her. It just said right now the generation of Jade, and then it started playing music. I'm like, come on, man.
Oh Lord. But no, yeah. So get over to the Rest of the Pit podcast. That's what's bringing you this video. Like I said, hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, because once we get to a certain number, there might be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And now with that out the way, get over to Chris Wrestling Views. Run the subscribe button up over there, because that man is 30,000 away from his first YouTube plaque. He's going to be the first person to
get it before the end of this year.
Nice silver YouTube plaque. And you know what they do. Once you get the YouTube plaque, he always got to keep it in the video now. You're going to have to keep it in the videos. The first of us. So that's
okay.
it over there.
I thought you were about to say something else about Karrion Kross.
No, yeah. No, that's coming. That's coming I'm telling you, we all gonna meet up for WrestleMania, and we're gonna be on video. We live. Look, Chris got his plaque with us, and we saw him. We good, blah blah blah. And then he gonna bag back, and he just gonna hit me in the back with the plaque. You know, I'm gonna fall like Roman and be like, oh.
Hey,
Shane,
yo.
Chris,
Go ahead and turn on it. Go ahead, turn on it.
He go crack Shane and them over the head with it. Say, I'm done with the Rest of the Pit podcast. It's about Chris Wrestling Views now. Y'all believe me.
That'd be messed up.
But as always, I like having fun like that. It's so stupid, but it's so fun at the same time. Wrestling booking for you guys. Get over to my channel, a little bit man gaming. Hit the like, subscribe, share, hit the notification buttons on there for wrestling, movie, TV shows, and reaction to anything else. Also, gaming.
God, her name Julia again. God dang.
And Shane,
sorry.
I think what you said it was No Regrets. Is your YouTube
Yes, sir.
channel? No Regrets, and I think you said you had another one too, didn't you? Or was it just No Regrets? And then you said you had
This
two.
is No Regrets.
Oh, it's just No Regrets. Well, get over to Shane's channel, No Regrets. He does music and also talks about wrestling, I think, on his channel. Run the like, subscribe, share, and hit those notification buttons for that. But we are out signing off saying wrestling.
Oh, Stephanie. Oh, shit, it's Stephanie.
Stephanie who?
Stephanie here.
Yeah, she here.
I gotta go. Gotta go.
Oh yeah, it is back. It is back here. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Podcast, baby.
Oh, dang.